Okay, great. So last time, this is where we stopped. When we were still covering HTML, before we started doing CSS for beautifying our content to look like what is on the right. So today, what we shall be doing is we shall be adding CSS or cascading style sheets to our HTML elements so that we achieve the final product, which is on the right. So on the left, what we have is all plain HTML. So if you can just inspect, right click, inspect element, you can see that we have the body, which is the whole thing. Let me just expand this and leave the box model here. So we have the body, which is the whole thing. Okay, we have doc type, we have HTML that covers the whole page. Then we have the body, and whatever you see is inside the body. Then we have a div. When we expand it, we have an H1, we have a paragraph, and then we have the table. Yeah. So when we expand the table, we have the table caption, which is what you see up here, like the title of the table. Then we have the table body. When we expand it, we have the first row, the second row, the third row. Yeah. And then inside the first row, we have the first column, which is TD, second column, then the third column. Yeah. And the same applies to the rest of the rows. And finally, we have our button here. When we expand it, we see inside the button, we have an image and then a span with text buy now at $10. Yeah. So that should be able to give us a picture of what we actually want. So I'll just go back to Notepad++, and let me try to fit these windows. Okay. Is the text big enough for everyone to see? Please let me know if you cannot see the text so that I can increase the magnification.
It's clear.
All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we shall be going back and forth to look at our product, how it's going, and then writing the code and then comparing it with the image. All right, so let's start with, what should we start with? It's a good thing to start with what is on the top going down. Okay, so let's start with our heading, which is here. Yep, market, corporate business website templates. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Our CSS skills, the ones we acquired in the previous lesson. So what are we gonna do? So to style this market corporate business website to look exactly how it's supposed to look, which method do you suggest we write our CSS? Should we do inline? Should we do external or internal? Which one do you prefer? Should we write inline? Does anyone remember the three? Inline, external, and internal?
Okay. For internal, since the project is not so huge,
okay,
and keep it simple for easy tracking rather than using external, but we'll be moving from one file to another.
Okay. All right. Anyone defending their choice? If there is no one, we shall just dive into using the internal. So internal, we come inside the head tag here, we just add our style tag and close it. All right, so so by using internal or external, it means we shall have to use selectors. We need to select an element before we style it. Yeah, so for example, if we want to style this first heading, which is H1, we need to style it. I mean, we need to select it first before we start styling it. So when you look at H1, how can we style it? You can just type and we see. How do you think we should select it? Guys, come on, suggestions. We covered CSS last week. Give it an ID. Okay, great. Who else? Just use the chat since this is going to be an interactive session. Sorry about my mic. I had muted my mic and then forgot that I had muted my mic, but I hope everyone is able to hear me right now. Yeah, so we can proceed. Yeah, so I was looking at the border for the table. When you look at our image, over here, our image has sort of a border, but the border is very, very gray. Yeah, so but I'm choosing this gray. But if we want to get the exact gray, we do the same thing. We could just come here. I hope there is a border or it's a shadow. Okay, what do we have here? Is it a border? Is it a shadow? Which element are we selecting? Okay, inspect. Let's inspect this. Inspect section. Yeah, it's a section, but their color is in RGB, not hash. Yep. So let's just copy the RGB. So you will see how RGB actually can work as another way of writing your color. So here we just put the RGB value of the color like that. Yeah. Red, green, blue, and then the opacity. Okay, then reload. And we have our RGB shade of gray. This is not part of the other 50 shades of gray. This is a CSS shade of gray. All right. So what next? We have our border. Yep. But I'm kind of curious about the background. The background to me here, it looks a bit grayish, but let's just confirm and see whether actually the background is grayish. So is it grayish? Is it blue? Let's inspect. Inspect. Yep. Here we go with our inspector. Okay. Where's our background? Looks like the background cuts across the whole site. So I guess it's white. Let's see. Background is white actually. All right. So are we close? Oh, we are not even close. Okay, so we have our border, but we don't have the curved edges. So to do curved edges, we are going to, on our table, we are going to do, what are we going to do? Border radius. Yes, border radius is what we need. Border radius, like 10 pixels. Let's try that. Okay, I see Carlos said this color looked like cream. Are you sure it is not your computer screen? Actually, it also looks like cream here on my side, but we shall confirm by doing an inspection. Yep. All right. So we do a border radius and then we refresh and we have our borders curved, but is the curve the same? I think it's the same. Yeah. So another thing, we are still on our table. I think we are getting closer, right? Okay. So when you see the space between our caption, choose your plan, and in our original image, this one seems to have some space on below it, and then on top, and then in the sides. Yeah. But when you look at our implementation, it doesn't. So what do we do? What do we do? How do we put the space? Any suggestions? Just open your mic and say it out. What do you suggest to put a space between the table and the caption? And looks like the caption is actually outside our table, yet in our image, we have the caption inside our table. So where's the problem? Any suggestions? All right, so to put this, to make sure that this caption looks exactly like this one, we have, I think we have two options right now. One is to remove this border and remove these border radiuses here, red eye. Ha. Okay, border red eye. And then we actually give this a border, yeah, on the right and on the left. But that will be, I think, too, it will be too much what? Too much hacking? What do you think? Let's try that. Border radius, border radius, border top. So we can do border top, border bottom, border slash top, like so. And yeah, and it only puts it on the top. We can do border bottom, border bottom. Yep. And save. And it can just put the border on the bottom. So we can actually do anything, yeah? You can put it on the right, you can put it on the left, we can do anything, yeah? But right now we want the border to be on the bottom, and we also want the border to be on the right, and we want it to be on the left, but not on top. Yep, so reload. We have right, left. If you feel like I'm trying to use the method that is not appropriate, please suggest which one you think will work properly. Yep. So border radius. Border radius. So you can see we have inconsistencies with our border radius. Like we don't need a border radius on the right top right. Yeah, we don't need a border on the top right. We want it to just stay the way it is. So what we do is we do the same for border radius. Border, we say border top, top. Okay, border bottom radius. I hope there is such a thing as border bottom radius. No, it's not there. Okay, border bottom radius is not there. What about border bottom right? Did we save? Border bottom right radius. Okay, so that's how we set the border. So it is always up first, up or down first, yeah? Which means bottom or top first, and then right or left first, second, sorry. So if we want to set this border bottom here, this will be bottom left, not left bottom. Okay, so we say bottom left, border bottom left, save, refresh, and there is our border, and we have removed the radius of the right one and then the left one. Yeah. All right. So we have our border, but we don't have a border on top. Yeah. So what we do, we need a border. Yeah. Let's do a border for the caption. So we're selecting this caption here. Yeah, it's a tag. It has a tag called caption. It's here. It's over here inside the table. It's called caption. Let's just select it. Yep. Okay. So what we do here, we need to. I just need to first show you where I'm just putting a border all over so that you see how it looks like. Border solid. Actually, you can even use dotted what? It's 1 pixel. So the first one is the value, the type, and then the color. Yeah. Or you could actually set them separately, like dotted, and then you say border color, like so, and then you just do red. Yep. So whichever way you like. Yeah, you can see the dotted border is here. Yep. Or you could just add the red as the third parameter here, and then just delete this to just do the same thing. Yep. All right. So this is the property. The second property is usually the property for the border style. So there are very many. We have dashed. We have. Okay, I just wanted to show you where the thing stops. Where choose plan stops, so that if we give it a border on the bottom. No, actually, we don't need to give it a bottom border. Do you know why? Because when you look here, it doesn't, we need to give it a bottom border, but not a border radius. The border radius should be on the left, top left, and then top right. So let's just do that right away. So the border that we shall give it is, what's the border? We need to use the same color. Yeah, so that it matches the one on top. So border radius, border, border. Since we only don't need one of the borders, we can just say border 1 pixel solid, and then we give it the color, and then here we say border bottom, yeah, we say none, so that it applies borders for the rest, but when it comes here in the bottom, it doesn't apply, yeah, as you can see. So what we need a radius on the top and on the left, yeah. So we need border. Let's just copy this and edit it, or is copy and edit to save time. border top left and top right. Top left and top right. Yep, save, refresh. Yes, and we have our table, yeah, which kind of looks like what we want, I think, but what don't we have? We actually need a border bottom. And the border on the bottom is actually bigger than this, so it might be 2 pixels. So that means border bottom will be 2 pixels. Yeah, save. Okay, 2 pixels, and it is solid. Yep. Save. Woo. That is very solid. Let's give it a color. Save, refresh. Boom. Yes, so what do we need to create space between this and this? I'm going to be working on the text size as you guys think about what we need to put a space here and a space here. Just shout out your answer if you have it. Yeah. So I'll just put caption. Let me just put the what is it? Text font size. Font size. The other one was 8 EM. 2 EM, 2 EM. Woohoo! 0.8. 0.9. Anyone? This thing is actually very small. We could even use rams. 0.4, 5. Yeah, but we need it to be a little bit strong. So let's make it 6, and then we give the font weight. Yeah. Font weight, where are you? Font weight, like 600. So the font weights usually range from 100 to 900. Okay, I think it's pretty much it. Choose your plan, choose your plan, choose your plan. Okay, like I said about the box model earlier, if you want to create space inside an element, you use padding, yeah? So we shall add padding here.
Okay.
Yes, so we shall add padding. Padding, yes, padding. So padding, we put how many, like, let's do 5 pixels. So that will apply on 4 corners, top, right, left, and bottom. And refresh. Okay. And yes, there is our padding. So when you try to inspect element caption, yes, you can see our padding is here. And actually in the box model, you can also see that our padding has been applied 5, 5, 5, 5 inside the element. But then there is a margin here, yeah? So assuming we had used margin, what would happen? Yep, margin, save, reload, yeah? So the margin would actually be outside the element. It won't be inside the element. I think you can see how funny things look like right now, yeah? So it will put space outside the element, not inside the element, yeah? So we go back to our padding.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I think we have it. Okay. So that's our padding there. All right. I think our thing is still small. Let me just add on the rems, the EMs, font size 6, 7. Yep. So there is a value called rem and another one is called EM. Yeah. So they give size to that element based on the size of the parent element. Yeah. So it's like you want to give 0.7 in relation to the size of the parent element.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, or you could use pixels, but I prefer using grams and EMs. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, we still our thing is still small, so maybe we should add on the pixels to like 7. Okay. Is it like 8 or 9 even? Okay, let's try a 9 here. Okay. Yes, should be a 9. Yeah, I think we are getting close. 9, 9, 10, 10. 10. Oh yeah, I think the 10 is closer. Yeah. Okay, what else?
So, yes.
Yes?
Okay. Yeah, you're using 10. Okay.
Yes, we use 10. I think 10 looks better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what next? Let's look at our rows. Yeah, in each row we have starter, liberty, and extended. When we look at our code, starter is an H3, liberty is an H3, and extended is also an H3. Do we have another H3? Let's see. Control find H3. Okay, find 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, they're the only ones.
All right. So that means we can actually select just using H3, right? Okay. So we do H3.
Yes.
Okay, H3. So what do we need to do with our H3s? We need them to be, first of all, the size of this small size, yeah? So what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
We do font size. Font size. So since we've selected H3, it should actually apply to the 3 of them, right? Okay, font size. We do, what do? We do 0.7, we do 1 rem. Let's do 1 EM and see, save, refresh. We close. Okay, we are still big, so we do like a 0.8. Okay, 0.8. Okay, is it close?
No.
Which one should we do? 0.7?
Maybe.
Font weight, let's give it like a 400. At least we do a 0.7. Okay, all right. Our font weight is too small. Let's do a 700. Okay. All right. There we are. Are we close? Did we overdo it? Oh, actually, I think we overdid it. We need to increase to which one did we have previously? 0.8. So we do 0.76. You can actually do 0.76. Let me see if that one cuts it. 0.76, 0.77. Okay, something like that. 0.77. So you can actually put a 0 here if you want, or you can just leave it. So it will just work. Yep. All right.
Okay.
So what do we need? And when I look at the color, the color is some shade of, is it shade of blue, shade of gray? Carlos, you're the color guy. Please tell us. Before I start inspecting, which shade of gray is this? Yeah. Okay, this is which shade of gray? It's here. Is it a shade of gray? It's a shade of blue. I don't know. So color is that one. All right. So what do? We refresh and there it is. What else? Yes, so we have finished our small headings. What do we need? We need to do these, the back, these bullets, backlink, these bullets. I see they have some very faint shade of gray. So I think, and also a smaller size, yeah? But we need to select them first.
Yes.
So what are they? They are list items. Looks like we are going to end this without using IDs and
Sure.
and classes, yeah? So right now we are selecting our list items and we are giving them a color. Let me just put this one right here. Yep. We are giving them a color of what? Of some shade of gray. Like, I think it's very faint to be a 9. And font size. Font size of what? So it's a little bit big, so I should 0.9. Let's try 0.9 and see. Okay. Okay, 0.9 is too big. Oh, I didn't put the units.
0.6.
0.6. Oh, too small. Let's go back to the 9.
9 is better.
Okay, comparison. Wait. Actually, this thing is too small. So let's do this 6 again and see. Okay, that's a 6. I think it's a 6, just that these ones are too small. Maybe we give it some sort of font weight.
7.
7, eh? Or 6.5, 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Almost.
Okay. All right. But I don't like this font. Should we try sans serif first? Let me see. Serif, sans serif. Save. Okay, they are the same. What about Arial first? Arial. Hey, did I save? Save. Wow, they are the same. Okay.
Yes.
We shall sort the font later, maybe. Though
Okay.
this thing is still too big. This heading, do you see how big it is? We actually didn't do anything with the color.
Yeah.
I mean with the size. So let's do font size to like 1M. Close. But we give it a font weight. Font weight.
Okay.
Font weight of like 800. Okay, it is now heavy. Okay. Market. I need something like 0.2, 1.2. Too big, too small, too big, too small. Why is this one very large? Why is this dash very large? Are they two dashes? Why it's the font?
See. No.
Is it really one dash? Let's put 2 and see. I think it's the font.
It's one.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's the font. I will look for that font and install it later. All right. What do we have here? We have dot. What's remaining? We don't have
Divisions.
divisions. Oh, the borders, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we need a border here and we need a border here. We only need 2 borders, right? So which means we can actually give only the middle guy a border, right?
Yes.
The liberty recommend.
And the
Because if we give this a top border and a bottom border, it will actually work for all of them, right?
both. Yes.
Yep. Okay, so how do we select that guy now? This is the third table row. Okay, so how do we give a border to the third table row? Do we do table row? Do we give it an ID? Do we give it, or do we just select it as the second child?
Can give it an ID.
Okay, which other way can we select it?
Oh.
Have you heard of the nth child selectors?
No.
Okay, so it's here. So let's give it an ID. I'll just show you later about the nth child selectors. ID bordered row. Okay, so you know how to select bordered row. So we can do TR bordered row or just bordered row. Whichever we do, it will actually work. So let's just use the ID. We say we need a border top and border bottom. 1 pixel. Actually, there are two. I think there are two pixels. 2 pixels solid, and that shade of gray. Where is it? Where is it? It's RGB. The same for the border bottom. Yep. So we refresh and there is nothing. What is the problem?
What if we did the that won't work out?
What do you think is the problem?
What if we select the div?
So you think the problem is with the selector?
But it won't work out. It won't.
So what do you think is the problem?
What if we add in the padding bit?
To where?
To the ID border row.
You want us to add a padding here? Yeah? Well, what padding?
Yeah. Padding of about 2 pixels or 5.
Okay, 5px.
Won't work.
Let's see. Not working. What is the problem? Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. So table rows don't actually take borders. This is new. Let me see. They say we put a border collapse. You see whether it will collapse the borders to the table border collapse. I don't know why. Okay. So the table row does not take a border unless you have specified that you're collapsing table borders for the table cells in the table itself. So you need to explicitly tell the table to collapse its original borders so that the new borders can apply. Okay. This thing is a little bit big. I don't know that it's big or what, but we shall work on it. These borders seem big, eh? I'm even wondering whether the other border is actually 1 pixel. Are they 1 pixel? Are they 2? Can we use rams here? I don't know. Let me see. Let's try to use rams. 2 use. All right, 2.2. 1, 2. Okay, I think that's smaller, 0.1. I think let's just use 0.1 because it looks a bit smaller. Yep. No. Okay, I need to change this. Where aren't things changing? Okay. 0.1, but this one can't be 0.1 because it's bigger. Where is our caption? It is here. 0.15.
It's okay.
Okay, but it looks like our border bottom has disappeared. Hey, in our table, this one has made our thing to disappear. Our border bottom radius.
Radius.
Yeah, because we collapsed the borders and we only left the borders for the others. So what do we do?
There's something I remember. Is it round? Not round. A property used, then you make the borders to be round.
Yes. So there, it's there actually. It's here. Border radius. 10 pixels will make them round, but the reason why it's not working is because we collapsed the borders. So when you do border collapse on a table, it means whichever thing you want to do, you either do it in a row, in a table row, or you do it in tabular data, TD. So that means if we want to style, we need to move this now from here to the last row. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So that means we'll have to cut this and put it in the last row. But so to select the last row, I'm not going to use an ID. I'm just going to show you how the nth child actually works.
Okay.
Yeah. So nth child, what you do is, so we need what do we need? We need a table row. In the table, and I will put a full colon. So we put nth child. So inside the nth child, you put the number. Do you want the first table row, the second, or the third? So we want the third, yeah, which is 1, 2, 3. So this one should be able to style the third, just like we could do this for the second one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can do this border bottom left, border bottom left. Yes, border bottom left radius, border bottom right radius. And we also bring the border from the table. Border top none, border collapse, border. Okay, border right. Now we change this to right and then left. Border left. Yep. Copy. save. And here it moves, and then we bring it here to the third child. Border bottom. Yep. And it's there, but it doesn't have the radius. So why isn't our radius working?
Hold on.
Actually, I think collapsing our borders was a bad choice because we need to write a lot to actually achieve this. So let me try. I put a border bottom, border right, border right.
Okay. I have a question. What
Yes.
if we use an horizontal line instead
Yes.
of the borders? Can it work?
So it will work, and HR will work, but it will not reach the edges. That's the advantage. It will not reach. Yeah, it will not touch. That's the table. Okay, so let's see border bottom right radius. Okay. Let me actually remove the border from here. Let me try to remove this. Okay. So why isn't the border radius actually working? Let's see. You know what? Let me just put back the collapsible borders. Where is it? Okay. Okay. So we wanted to. Let's try putting it on each table row. Tabular data. Sorry. TD. I see if it kind of works. It works, but it has spaces in them. But we need to collapse borders. Okay, so let me see. Actually, let's do this. Tables are very funny. So when you look at our HTML, we have a table. Let's actually put this table inside a div. Yeah. And we give it a what? An ID. ID. Okay. ID. We call it has table. Okay, then. So I want to actually put the border on that div so that I can collapse the table and then have everything the way I want. Table, div. Okay. All right. Save, refresh, and we come back. We say our div is called has table. So we select Where's our table? Okay, I do has table, and I put the styles actually here. I do the border inside here. Yeah, save. Okay, it's very big, but doesn't matter. We're going to, okay, with this. Auto. Okay. Border 1 pixel, border bottom. Then we do border radius. Border radius 10 pixels. Okay, we have a border radius there. We actually don't need the border radiuses on the caption. I think you can see that. Yeah. We actually don't need, do we? Okay, we need the top, bottom, only the bottom border here. The rest we don't need because it's being covered by this. Okay, the table, so our table, does it have a width? Let's see, table, we give it a width of auto is auto. Okay, auto is not working. What if we say full? Yep. We give it full width, not working, 100%. Okay, looks like 100% works, but some guy is being limited here. All right. All right, so what we have next? What we have next? What we have next?
You removed your borders, the ones which were in between Liberty recommended.
Okay, so we need to put them back, right? Okay.
Still have mine.
Let me first reduce on this border to, let me put 0.1 m. Okay, 0.14. All right. Okay, so we need a border. Did we collapse? We need to put a border collapse. Border collapse, so that we can style our thing here. Where is it here? Border top, save and reload. Okay, it has a border top, then border bottom. Yep. Then this is 0.15 em, 0.15 em. Yep. Save and reload. 1.5 is big, 0.12. Yep. All right, looks like that's kind of it. Okay, comparison. What's missing?
The width of that button.
Which one?
The buy now.
Okay. No, we're still on the table.
Sorry. Okay, the alignment of the H3.
Okay. So alignment. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see what is missing is one is this color green, and then the one recommended, and then the size of the last column. So I think let's work on the last column. So the last column is how do we select the last column? So the last column is the last TD, right? So let's actually use the nth child.
Nth descendant.
Yes. So we use we say TD. No, actually we say TR, then TR, then TD.
Nth child.
TD nth child. What do you write nth child?
ZT minus the hyphen.
Interesting. Looks like someone is tired. Eh? So nth child, we want the last child. Eh? So the last child is which one now? Is number what?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number no.
You know, you can actually do odd and even. So it is 1, 2, 3. So you can actually do odd. And odd can actually work, or you can put 3, but let's just try both of them and see. Yeah, so we say font size. 2em. Font weight. Font weight. 600. Woohoo! Woolululu! This should be 1 point something or even 1. Yeah, point 8. I think 0.8 will do. Yep. Though it has some color that I don't understand, but we are going to look at it. Okay, so that one is done. What else are we missing here? We need, what do we need? We need to do this recommended thing. So I think for that one, what should we do? Should we give it an ID? Actually, we didn't even put it. We need to put it in a span so that we can style it alone. Span, save.
Allan, a moment.
Okay.
About the border, did you edit anything? Because for me, I have like 2 lines embedded together, 2 borders embedded together.
Border row for which one exactly?
The border above Liberty and the one below.
Okay, so the border, it's here. I used border top and border bottom. Do you have the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have two borders. Huh? So when you look at your table, is your table like this?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think you have different?
Let me see the captions.
Oh, caption. Caption is there.
Let me see on your has the table,
Div
the
has
ID
table.
table.
Which one? Div has
Oh,
a table.
it's div.
Yeah, it's a div,
Let me
but
try that.
no, but whether you have div or not, it should be able to work because it's an ID.
Oh, okay. You removed the width because I have
Yes.
width auto.
Yes, but width doesn't change anything. I don't think so. I put the width in the table.
Doesn't.
Okay, just look and compare, and then we see. So did you add? You added the div that has table, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just look through, and then you see whether we're on the same page. So H1P div and the table, the caption, the H3s, and that. I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So, but you have a double. You still have a double border.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we shall
Yeah.
use.
Like. Okay.
All right. So, like we put a span here. Where is our span? Did I put the span? Okay, it's here. So actually, we can do H3 span, and then it will just get this span since it is only one. So we can just do H3, and then its direct descendant of span. I should be able to work. We say, what's the color? Yeah. So we have background color of some green shade of green. Let me just get the exact one. Inspect. Is the BG. Okay, what did you have a BG? Should have a BG. BG. Where's the BG? Okay. All right. That's the BG color. But do we have some padding? We have some cartoon padding. Huh? So we do padding like 0.1 em. Save. Okay, the 1 em 0.13. Okay, background color, but it is too big, so we give it a font weight which is small. Font weight of like 300, 200, there. Okay, I think 300 will do. Then the font size will reduce. Font size of like 0.14 EM. Woohoo!
It's too small.
Okay, then 1 EM. I think 1 EM, 1 EM, 1 EM, 1 EM. 1 EM is too big. Yeah, 1 EM is too big. So we do like 0.8. Okay. Yep. 0.8, 0.7, 0.8.
0.8.
And we make this like 400. 400, then we make this 0.7. No. Okay. But the color, I think the color is some shade of gray. Color is like 8. Let's try some shade of gray. Aha. Yes. I think we got it, but the padding is still lacking. So we add like 5.15. And I also see the borders are kind of rounded. So we do border radius, some small border radius. Border radius of like 0.5 EMs. Okay. 0.5 EM is too much. 0.3. 0.3. Padding 0.8. Okay. I think yeah. Maybe the font size. I think that's it. Not the font size. The padding. Okay. I think that's it. Maybe, kinda.
Okay.
Though the padding is still lacking, really. So let's just make a 1.2. 0.22. 0.25, 0.26. All right. 0.28. 0.28. Okay, 0.28. I think 0.28 cuts it. Font weight,
Okay.
font weight. Okay, I think it cuts it. So what else do we have? Okay, I think we are done with the table. We are only left with what are we left with?
The alignment of the H3s.
Alignment of the H3s. Oh, alignment of the H3s. Oh, they are not aligned, but they are aligned. Oh, maybe the padding of the radio buttons. Yeah. They don't have space. They don't have left and right padding. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually we need to do the whole table row. The first column. So we shall do where was it? Here. So we do table row, and then td and child. Oh, we need, what do we need? We need the first td, right? And child.
Not all the three.
Yes, but we need we need one on each row, right?
Okay.
We need the first
Yeah.
one on each row, yeah? So we can
Okay.
do,
Yeah.
we can do padding what? Actually we can just do padding, yeah? So we can do top, we can say auto, and then in the sides we can say 10 pixels. Let's see. Okay, does it apply? It doesn't. Oh, okay. What if we do nth child? Then what is it that we're actually looking for? Input.
The radio button.
TD. Okay, input. TD input. Okay. Nothing. Let's see, inspect, and we see whether it actually applies. Padding auto, why are these ones being cancelled? Invalid property value. Wow. I didn't know. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we want, this is, I put 100, sorry. We want to do some padding here. If we inspect, there's actually some small padding. I need to make this larger so I can see. Okay, the padding is there, but it's small. So why don't we use EMs, like 2 EM? Yep. Okay, that's our EM there. And our EM is too big. So we need like 1.5. Okay, 1.5 still too big, like 1, maybe. Okay, that's our 1. 1 too big. 0.8. All right, there it is. Yeah, 0.8. Actually, I think the padding on the left is okay, but the one on the right is not the same. As you can see here and here are actually the same. So what's causing that? Let's see. Sorry. Okay, we have our elements here. So it actually has padding. It looks the same. Oh, this thing is not right aligned. Are you seeing that? The button is not in the center. So
Okay.
we actually might need to center it. So let's see, should we do text align and see whether it will work? Text align, center. Okay. I think it worked, right? Oh yeah, it worked. Okay, so now the padding is evenly distributed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it's a little bit big, so we do this as 6. Okay, I think we are there. So what else do we need to align? Should we do the button and we call it a day?
Okay.
All right, so let's do the button. We have a background color. What else do we have?
The width.
The width. All right, the width. Okay, we need the width. Where is our button? Our button is inside. Actually, let's. No, it should be there. It should actually be there. So we have. We have the width. So actually, it's only one button. So we just say button.
Yeah.
There is CSS.
Button.
This is very interesting. Do button, and then we do width. We give it what, 100%.
Auto. What's the difference?
Auto will scale with its contents, but its contents don't scale up to 100. So it's better we do explicit 100.
Okay.
So let me just get the color quick.
Okay.
I see there is a hover color, and then there is its own background color. So let me just get both of them. So there is the background color, which is here. Okay. And then there is actually the hover button. So we do button hover. Yeah. Button. Wait. Is it actually 1 or they're supposed to be 2? Is it 1 semicolon or there are 2 semicolons? Hover and focus.
It's 1.
Okay. So when we hover is so you just come here and you tick hover, and you will see the background will change. So you just copy this. So we do background color. Yep. There, save. Reload. There it is. But our button has funny borders, eh? Okay, I need to remove the borders.
The radius.
Okay. You see this? Do you see these funny looking borders? These ones? I want to remove them. Okay, so I do border what? Border none. None. Okay, they are gone. So we do border bottom radius and border bottom left and border bottom right. Yeah.
Okay.
Border border bottom left radius 10 pixels and border bottom right radius also 10. Yeah. Oh, crazy. Wow. Wow. Did you just see what we did?
Yeah.
I was actually working on 200. So when I make 100, this is how things look like. This is interesting. All right, let's keep our our aspect ratio at 200. We shall just update this. Okay, so we have our border bottom 10, border bottom right. Okay. So we need to remove this bottom border on our div that encapsulates the table. So we come to our div, which is div has table. We actually do border bottom none. Border bottom bottom radius none. Okay, border bottom right radius none. It's not going. Border bottom right radius none. Save. Not going. Okay, so let's do border top. Border top right and top left. Top right, top left. Save. All right. Okay, so what are we missing here? What are we missing here? Why are things becoming bigger and bigger? All right, let's just keep it at that. So I think we need some padding in here for the button. So we do
Okay.
Padding on 1.5 em. Very big. Okay, very big to 1.7. All right, so this is our padding for the script, for the button. It's a little bit bigger, so I'll just put this at 3.3. And we need to change the color, yeah? The text color to white. So we do color, we can just write white or just write the hash of the white. Yep.
Okay.
Which is there, and okay, our image is supposed to be white, but
Yeah.
it is not. Our image was which color originally? Let me see. We actually have a full image.
Was that background color?
It was a background color. Oh, actually, its color is the same color as this. Let me see. It's view image info, save open image. Wow. Okay, I think we might need to get an SVG sometime, because this one's color is so not matching. Or we can actually get this guy's image. Actually, let me get this guy's image from their site. If it has a URL, I'll just get it for you. What's this? Inspect button. Does it have a before? Actually, it's here. Copy URL. I just want to have it local, so I'll just download it. So save, change this. Yep. Okay, so why isn't our image on the same level as our buy now button? First of all, let me first reduce the size of the buy now button. I could do button span font size. Buy now. Font weight too much. Potato. Okay. Fair. Okay, so I'm going to align. Try to align. Let me see if vertical align. Is it vertical align, horizontal, vertical? Vertical align, center. Not working. So actually, this is usually a challenge, especially when you have an image and a div or paragraph or what. So what people usually do is they use flexbox.
Okay.
So what we are going to do is we are going to use flexbox. So flexbox, you do display. You could use a display table, but I prefer flexbox. Flexbox. Then flex, is it flex direction? Flex direction. Put is it row? Is it row? Flex direction. What is it? Have you used Flexbox before?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
It is the most amazing thing for sorting you whenever things fail to align. I've used it, but I've only used it in using the Tailwind CSS framework. Actually, display is supposed to be flex. Interesting. Display, flex. Then flex direction. So flex direction is usually row by default, if you don't specify it usually puts rows. And if you specify, you could do column or column reverse. We shall be covering all those ones in details in the later chapters. So there is what? Flex, then there is flex items, I think so. Flex items, center. Then flex justify. Should be center also, I think. Center or middle? Kaboom, not working. It's in hover. Does it actually work in hover? Let me just move it there. Actually, hover works. Okay, so let's just put it in the top button here and refresh. Okay, so they have flex justify content. Frameworks have spoiled me. I no longer remember my CSS. Okay, justify content. That one will put everything in the center. So justify center. Okay, and what else? There's something I'm looking for. Not justify, it's align. So flex items align. Flex items align items. Yes, not flex items. So what frameworks do is, like, for example, they get this justify content center, and then they just omit this content, and then they say justify center, then items center, just giving classes to simplify your life. Okay, so I think you can see what these 4 lines can do. You say we want to display this button as a flex. So how flex works is whatever you put in, for example, we have IMG and span, it considers them as different items. So if you add another one, it also considers it as a different item. Yeah, so when you say flex direction, it means all the items inside that, for example, in this case, button will be in a row. And align items center, it means all of them will be centered in one line. Justify content center, it means put all of them in the middle of the button. Yeah, so for that case, we can actually put now a margin before, or a margin between the image and the buy now. So we do margin left to like to how big is it? Let's see. Ho ho ho! We're actually wrong. They are not both in the middle. Do you see that? Mariam, are you there?
Yes, I'm around. I can see it.
Oh, you're dozing.
No, no, no.
Yeah, so
I admitted, so I thought I thought
okay.
it was not.
Okay, so we shall consider this as a padding for the button, so it will appear on both sides. So let's just put padding. Okay, this one already has the padding. Okay, so we do items justify content center. No, so we will do justify content between, but now this will push this. If we put between here, it will actually put each one on the other side.
Okay.
Actually, between is not working. Let me see. Justify content. Oh, justify. Space between. You see, I told you these remarks have really killed me. Space between. So space between, we'll just throw this one on the left, throw the other one on the right. And then space around. Space around. Let's see. Wow. That space around, then not end. All we need is flex start, so that it puts them at the start. But wait, let me see. Actually, the way the thing is I see the images on the left, but by now is actually in the middle of the button.
The middle. Mm.
So if by now is actually in the middle of the button, Mm,
Can be set as align center.
we would do that, but even the image would go in the center.
Okay.
Okay, so what we do is we actually do what? Let me see. If I do flex, if I give this a width, if I give the span a width of a half, yeah, of like 50%, let's see, width 50%, and then the flex, we say align items, flex start. Flex, no, align between, space around, space between, space between. Okay, but then I want to inspect this and see how it's behaving. Okay, yeah, so it's actually not. It actually won't be in the middle. So I could actually give it a width of what? 3?
25.
It should be bigger. Should be bigger, like 70 actually. So I wanted to make it bigger so that if it is like 70 there and we inspect, if we put it, no, but I think this is bad design. So the best way we can do it is, let me see. Okay, let's see. I think it's actually in the middle. Okay, the best way we can do it is, do we need a flex? Do we need flex? No, we don't even need a flex box actually. This is what we are going to do. Have you heard of relative and absolute?
Yes.
Okay, this is what we are going to do. I'll just remove the flex and okay, remove what I just added. Save. All right. Okay, so I'll just move this image out of the button. Actually, I will not move it from the button. Should I not? What is your suggestion? Okay,
Let's try removing it.
Okay, let's first make this relative, the button relative display. No, sorry, position relative, so that we can use that position for the image. So we do button image img, we do position absolute top 0 left 0. Yep. Mhm. Like that. Yep. So that is this thing actually in the middle. Vertical align center. Why isn't this thing always working? Vertical align center is always not working. Have you encountered it?
No.
I'm telling you, vertical align is always very funny. Okay, let me first hide this plain one. I want to see if it is hidden, what happens. I might have to bring back my flex. Okay, that's not the problem. Okay, inspect. I want to see why this is like this. Okay, I want to see the padding. See? Wow. Okay, so why isn't this thing in the middle? Is it actually in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, this thing is not even in the middle of itself. Font size .3, font weight, line height. Okay, let me try line height. Line height. Auto. All right. I guess it is in the middle. I'm not sure. I'll cross-check that. If it refuses, I'll just use Flex because Flex never disappoints.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so so our image is there, and we are from the top. We are leaving two. They're usually pixels, eh? So 1.5. That means from the top we leave. Oh, not working. Why isn't 1.5 working? Oh, they have to be whole numbers. Sorry. Am I saving? 10. Okay, 91. Do something. My computer is dead. Okay, 0 works. And 1. 1 actually works. Oh, okay, 1 EM. 1 EM is too big. 0.5. 0.2. Okay, fair. Then on the left, we leave like 2 pixels. Ha 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 ha. too big. Dot 5 em. Compare, but we have a bigger border. Did you realize our border is very big? Okay, I guess so. All right. I have a bigger border. So is our border radius. Button 10 pixels. Let's have 8. Fair enough. This one has to extend here. Button is small. With our padding on the button. Dot 5. I want to know why this thing is not in the middle.
Mine is at the top, jumping out.
Woo! Okay, why is this thing actually in the middle? Now let me see what padding is here. Oh, actually this is this, and this is this. I am using Flex display Flex. Flex direction row. Justify what? Content space between center. Items, justify items, align items. Should be center. Show me that magic. Yay. Yes, I think we are in the center.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So now what? I can't believe. Let me just open this here. We need to put a shadow and then we wrap this up. Are you seeing the shadow? Yes.
No.
You're not seeing the shadow. There's actually a shadow here and a shadow here on the right and on the left. And I think a small one on top.
Okay.
So let's go to our div and we do what? Box shadow. Box shadow. This is the longest session I've ever had online. Let's try 10 pixel, 10 pixel. You see how funny this looks like. Ha ha ha. Why is it overspreading? The 10 is too big. Let me just put a margin to have things in the middle. Margin auto. And I'll give it a width. Ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the body? No, 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 no. Ooh. Oh, wait, there's no wrapper for this. There's actually this div.
Did you add another div?
No, it has been there. The one after the body. I just wanted to put these things in the middle here like this,
Okay.
so that our shadow is seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see yours both ends. I see mine on the one end, on one side.
You need to change the propagation to, where is it? This one here. This propagation here, you need to increase it. Actually, let me see. Sorry. Let me see. It needs to balance. Let me try balancing it and see. And another 5. Wow. Okay. It needs to spread. Let me put 20 here. Oh yeah, something is actually missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me add another 5. 5 pixels. Woohoo! Died. Like die. Okay, so first try that. Looks like it's not spreading properly, but first try that.
Okay, hold on. Still one side is the shadow is like that. It's like
Which side is it?
this side of the 0, the near the price.
Okay, so let me first see something here. Noted. Horizontal offset, vertical offset. So the first value is the horizontal offset.
Okay.
Then the second value is the vertical offset.
Okay.
Then the third value is how much you want to blur it. This one here, for example, if we put 20 and save, how much should it blur? Should blur too much. Yeah. And then the fourth is how much you want it to spread. Like how big you want it to spread. I think so. So if I did 2, it shouldn't overspread. Yeah. So
Yeah.
try that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if
It's okay now.
okay. So if we want to balance, that means we do don't spread too much. The horizontal offset should it be smaller? Let me see. If you want it to balance, yes, the horizontal offset should be smaller, like 1. Actually, even this one shouldn't be big because we don't have big. Okay, this one should be 7. Let me see. Okay. And the spread, the blur, like 30. Let's blur it. But this is spreading. Let's put a 10. The spread should be small. Make it small and blur it more.
Yeah.
All right. That should be it. But these guys have a very, very, very tiny one. So we might need to use runs. 3M. Yeah. Okay, it is bigger. Bigger means it's overspreading. Let's try of 1. Then we blur it to the dot. It's 7. Yeah, then offset here should be like 8. It's too much. 6. This one like dot 1. Dot 0.5. Spread. Okay.
So you remove the top one. Okay.
Yeah, I've kind of made it disappear.
Okay.
All right. Spread. What happens if I put this as 4? Overspreads. Okay. Well, I think we have it, but our problem is the color choice of color that we took. So we need to reduce this to something too much gray. Something like something like this color. Where's that gray? Give me that gray. Give me that gray. DD. So you can actually use 3. Like if you have like DDD, DDD, you can actually just leave them as DDD.
Oh.
All right. I think that's it. But maybe we need to increase horizontal 0.5, 0.5 spread. And I have a 0.9. Where is our shadow?
So in paint.
Okay, so that means I need to increase the, do I need to increase the spread? Okay. Yep. Yep.
And now see. Yeah.
All right. I think we can call it a day.